Recently, I played Crimson Desert, and while I was researching to work on its review video, I found out that this game divided the players between two very opposite opinions. Some found this game a masterpiece and one of the best open world games, while others found it, well, not even worth their time. And I thought to myself, that's a problem most people are having with some games. You pick a game that's very well received by critics and you don't enjoy it, or not very well received, but you end up liking it anyway. And video game reviews tend to look at story, gameplay, performance, open world, and so on. And that's not wrong, by the way. But most of them tend to overlook things that actually decide whether you will enjoy a game or not. So today, I want to go over 7 things video game reviews tend to ignore. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Only Thing Gaming channel. Today, we're talking about 7 overlooked things that might determine if a video game is right for you. Starting with number 1, time. Let's compare one of the Resident Evil games to The Witcher 3, for example. Without looking at graphics, genre, or gameplay, we can easily see that a game like Witcher 3 expects you to put at least 100 hours in to enjoy a full experience, while the Resident Evil games require about 8 to 12 hours, maybe 30 hours maximum if you're going for platinum or trying to do more than one run to enjoy New Game Plus as a part of the full experience. And for some people, the comparison between those games can come down to how much time they have. If someone wants a game to enjoy over the weekend, I probably would recommend a Resident Evil title. But if someone wants a game that becomes part of his routine for a while and is worth every penny, then a game like Witcher 3 is probably the answer. It's not always a matter of which game is better, it's a matter of which game is better for your time. Number 2, difficulty barrier. Now, difficult games come in 2 forms. There are games that you can enjoy without mastering, like Souls games, and there are games that you need to at least master the basics to be able to enjoy them, like fighting games. You can look at Elden Ring as an example. On the surface, Elden Ring doesn't have high execution barrier. Attacks, parries, rolls, movement, and most actions are tied to one button. But the real challenge is mostly timing. In other words, you don't have to defeat a boss each time. You just have to defeat him one time to enjoy the experience. While on the other hand, fighting games require execution and need more patience, practice, and mastery to be able to fully enjoy them. It's not enough to pull off a combo one time. You have to pull it off each time, or most of the time at the very least. After all, mashing buttons without knowing what's happening and why is it happening doesn't seem like a fun experience. And maybe most of you don't play fighting games, and that's understandable. But let me tell you, there's nothing more satisfying than to hit a hard combo or create one yourself. That's why a game like Mortal Kombat X is one of my favorites to watch and play. Number 3, information barrier. This one gets ignored a lot. Every video game is more enjoyable if you know how to play it, right? That's kind of obvious. But some games have their own rule set and mechanics. Examples on this can be seen with card games and strategy games. Learning which card to play, which building to construct, or how to build and maintain your economy in strategy games are essential to enjoy this kind of games. So, if you don't understand the mechanics of a certain game, you'll probably think it's trash without giving it a chance. It's not trash, it's just not right for you. And this is actually a mistake most people are making. And that's why we see strategy games have smaller communities compared to other genres. Take for example a game like Stronghold Crusader. This game was released in 2002, but until now it has a dedicated community that still creates mods, maps, and figures out new strategies, while other people might not even consider trying it out because most of them don't understand how to play it. If you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments. With that said, it's time for number 4, the ability to repick the game after dropping it. This is something almost no review talks about. What happens if you stop playing? Can you come back after a week or a month and just continue without feeling lost? Well, this is a problem that is mostly common with online games. For me personally, I mostly play offline narrative-driven games, but there are a few exceptions, like Clash Royale. Each time I drop this game and return to play it, I feel lost between changed mechanics, nerfed cards or buffed cards, or even newly released cards that I had no idea what they do or how to counter them. The whole meta keeps changing, and to be able to enjoy such games, you have to never stop playing. And that's one of the reasons I don't play online games. This problem isn't completely resolved in single-player games, but it's less encountered. Yes, some bigger games like Witcher 3, Elden Ring, Red Dead Redemption 2, or even the newly released Crimson Desert have massive open world with too much quests and characters to remember, but they have a quest log, a map. The infantry can be sorted to show most recent items obtained first, and The Witcher 3 goes a step further by showing a story recap each time you load your save file. And let's be honest, people forget. That's just a natural thing for a human. So if you drop a game for a very long period of time, like a year or more, you probably will forget a lot of its details. But if you're someone who rarely gets the chance to play, picking a game with lesser details is probably the right move for you. After all, you don't want to return to a game like Elden Ring and forget what locations to visit or what's the build you're going for, or most importantly, how far into quests did you go. Number 5. Controlling device. This one sounds simple, but it can completely change your experience. Is the game designed for a controller, keyboard or mouse, or touch? Because the same game can feel amazing on one device and terrible on another. Clunky controls, bad input design, awkward menus, these things don't always show up in reviews clearly, but when you're actually playing, they matter a lot. Take for example, most people like to play strategy games with a mouse and keyboard, while car driving games like the Forza series are more optimal when played with a steering wheel. Action games and fighting games are preferred with a controller, and some games are optimal with touchscreens, like for example Clash of Clans. Yes, you can play this with a mouse, but you can't use a mouse to press in two places at the same time. So, even if a game can be played with other controlling device, try to figure out what's the optimal device for that game, and are you planning to use it when you play it. Number 6. Fear of missing out, or FOMO for short. Now this is one of the modern problems with video games, and online specifically. Video games started to introduce seasons, limited time events, battle passes, daily rewards, and let's not forget the constantly changing meta. These are systems designed to tell you, if you don't play now, you're falling behind. And reviews rarely question this, but you should. And let me tell you a small story. A while back, I saw one of my friends playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, or PUBG for short. And when I talked to him, he said that he doesn't enjoy that game anymore, but he's been playing it since the second or third or the whatever season, so he doesn't want to miss content like skins, so he has to log in daily or reach certain ranks each season. Only because once this season's content is gone, then it's gone. There's no way to get it. And that pressure can turn a fun game into something that feels like a responsibility or a job. So, my advice to you is to try to spot such games and try not to invest too much time and money in them so you don't find yourself stuck in the future. Number 7. Updates and patches. This is not completely the review's fault, because it's impossible for a review to predict what the developer will do with the game in the future. Reviews usually judge a game at one moment in time, but games don't stay the same anymore. They get patched, updated and changed, sometimes completely. So, the version that got reviewed might not even exist anymore. Take for example, Assassin's Creed Unity. Back in 2014, when this game first came out, it was a mess. It had glitches, bugs, crashes, and frame drops everywhere. But if you play it now, it's one of the best Assassin's Creed games out there. It's probably safe to say it's top 5 in the AC series. Some other games might not change completely like Unity's case, but they might change a few things here and there. Also, keep in mind, patches and updates don't always make the game better. They can sometimes even hurt the experience. So, when you buy a game, you're not buying what it was, you're buying what it is and what it will be. So next time you pick a game, try to ask yourself these 7 questions. How much time it will take? Is it difficult for me? Do I have to learn it to enjoy it? Can I play it after dropping it for a while? What's the optimal controlling device and do I have it? Is it possible for me to miss content or have already missed content in the game? And finally, is it possible for this game to change with patches and updates? The things that actually decide whether you enjoy a game aren't always the things being talked about. A good game isn't universal. It depends on your time, your patience, and how the game fits into your life. And once you start thinking that way, you'll never look at reviews the same again. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Reviews take a product and critique aspects like story, gameplay, graphics, and other things. They're not trying to tell everyone what they should play. Just remember, it's not always a matter of which game is better. It's a matter of which game is better for you. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave your thoughts in the comments, and maybe check out my Crimson Desert review since it inspired this video. I'll just leave it in the description box and in the end screen. With that said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.